a book, listening to music, you, the listener or the audience, there's a kind of mood that you experience. There's a kind of mood. Now look at this. But it's so funny that some of us will be watching some comic film, watching some horrible film. Nothing is even showing on your face then, I don't know. But if I ask you, you say, so I'm not a small child, I'll be... No. In those days when we were little, if you watch Passion of Christ, you must shed tears. But now, you people, I don't know what's going on. If you watch it, you will cry. My first time to watch it, I cried. You know, but these days, okay, we are still moving on. We are still moving on. We are still moving on. Now, talking about mood, we've seen that the next one we should be picking here is allegory. 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 Now, allegory, okay, let me ask you for mood. Which group can we place mood? Is it poetic terms, narrative terms, dramatic terms, or general literary terms? God bless you. General literary term. You know why? Because look at this. Let's look at this man's poem. Let's take New Shundare's Not My Business. Look at that. You know why I love that poem so much? Because it's painting a very clear picture of the truth. Of the truth, very fine one. The man says in that poem, New Shundare, take note, we call him a contemporary poet. He's a modern poet. He knows how to tell stories through poetry. The man says, they picked Akani up one morning, beat him soft like clay, and stuffed him down the belly of a waiting jeep. Take note, the title of the poem is Not My Business. They picked Akani up one morning, beat him soft like clay, and stuffed him down the belly of a waiting jeep. Then look at another character says, what business of mine is it, so long they don't take the yam from my sovereign mouth? Look at stanza 3. They came one night, booted the whole house awake, and dragged Danladi out, off to a lengthy absence. And the same speaker says, what business of mine is it, so long they don't take the yam from my sovereign mouth? Look at stanza 5. Chinwe went to work one morning, only to find her job was gone. No query, no warning, no probe. Just one clean sack for a stainless record. And the man says, what business of mine is it, so long they don't take the yam from my sovereign mouth? Now look at the other stanza. And then one evening, as I sat down to eat my yam, a knock on the door froze my hungry hand. The jeep was waiting on my bewildered lawn, waiting in its usual silence. Can you see that? Let's look at this poem. If they ask you, what is the mood of the readers in this poem? If you check, we have this mood, we have mixed feelings here. You'll be seeing the mood of pity first. When they were picking those people, you were just complacent. You believe nothing is happening because it's not affecting you, and that's the society we are in today. Your neighbor is going through pain, and you believe it's not your business. You forget that one day you have your own share of it, and now the jeep was still parked there, waiting in its usual silence. And nobody should tell you, you should know that that jeep must take that guy out, and if it takes the guy, only God knows when they will bring him back. So anytime you are reading a work of art, just understand that you have a role to play because the author has written it to see how you feel while going through this. Africa, my Africa, Africa of proud royal, Africa of whom my grandmother sings, I've never known you, but your blood flows through my veins, your beautiful black blood that irrigates the field. As you are reading it, you'll be elated. You have mood, your mood now is that of elation, that of joy, happiness, because the lines is making you happy as an African, and they are idolizing Africa. It makes it interesting. So mood is nothing to joke with. Now mood is a general literary term because in poetry, there must be mood. The reader's mood is important. In prose, the reader's mood is important. In drama, reader's mood is also important. Go to the next one, allegory. We're analyzing we're analyzing literary terms. If you have a clear knowledge of literary terms, you will have, in fact, you have this thing called upper hand when discussing literature. Now, allegory. What's an allegory? Allegory is a type of fictional prose. Allegory is a type of fictional prose. Let me show you. Allegory is a type of fictional prose. And place this, what's that book? Second Class Citizen by Buchi Emecheta. Shout out to her. Buchi Emecheta is a Delta, it's a woman from Ibuzo in Delta State. She's a writer in the US. She's doing thing, writing books. She has a couple of big books, one of them, Joys of Motherhood, fine bestseller too. Now, she wrote this book. I'll tell you. Allegory is a book, a form of fictional prose, in which the characters, settings, and events are clear symbols of real and existing ones. The character settings and events are clear symbols of real and existing ones. This is a book used by the author to talk about the fact that there is need for gender equality inside this book. Look at that, the second class citizen. The woman is trying to create this impression of the fact that the world is taking the female gender as being second class. In this book, you see the pain that has gone through. So the woman here, Ada, before she got married, we call her Ada Obi. We call her Ada Ophili. The moment she got married, she becomes Ada Obi. Now, if you look at it, the man believes that her job is to be in the kitchen and to make babies. She has to go through a lot of pain. She suffered. While in Nigeria, she's the one that brought money for the marriage with her husband, Francis. She's the one that gave money to Francis to go to the UK, to go and do accounting. She's the one that sponsored herself and her 2 children to go to Francis in the UK. She's the one that has been taking care of everybody's family in the UK. Francis does not care. The woman has been going through pain. So Boucher is trying to tell us a story. Use that to represent as a clear symbol of women going through such pain. Use Francis as a clear symbol of men maltreating women, because at the end, it's not end well. That's the best way it can end. How? That could be a destiny. With the 5th child in the womb, she has 4 children to take care of. The 5th one is in there. She has to go to the court. And the problem again in the society will not help matters. She gets to the court. Gets to the court. Okay, want to help you. Bring your husband. When you in my case, we got married in Nigeria. Okay, my plan. Are you a husband? Oh, I never got married to this. I don't know. When I saw that, it's in my head, I was not happy. I don't know. It's okay. I don't want to bring the certificate to prove I should go to Francis has already bought the certificate. So they said, you guys are married. So does Andy said, that's business. I mean, the bought certificate, the man had been paying some money for people. The one he was working in the street of England. One day she just sat down, helpless, thinking about her life. And a friend, an old friend in Nigeria, saw her. And I was like, oh, that's how, that's just that. And the man said, okay, let me drive you on. That's how the story comes on end. Most times when they said, study story not end, that's the best way it can end. We want to end the story to let you know that women are still going through such trouble today. So it's an allegory. And let me say work of art, in which the character settings and events are symbols of real and existing one. Why did she go to the UK? We all see UK as the finest, but even the UK couldn't help the pregnant of the woman. So even the court of law could not help. So I think we need to look at that to see what we do. So tell us allegory. Allegory is a prose work. It's a prose work. It's a narrative work. Allegory is not poetry. So allegory is a prose work in which characters set events, though fictional, though invented by the author, but they are clearly symbolized as real and existing ones. Take note of that. Right? So I do play allegory then. That's narrative time. Thank you. So that's you know I'm doing all this. We do set some examples, IGCSE examples, like example, next exams. So play something like this: allegory, novel, allegory, novel, costume, and chapters. They take the odd item. You should have to understand that costume is related to drama, while others are connected to prose. So the odd item. Move to the next one. Lyric. When you talk of lyric, lyric is a type of poem that must be sonorous in nature. What am I saying? A type of poem that is musical in nature. Any poem that you can sing is a lyric poem. How? Who sat down, watch my infant head when sleeping on my cradle bed, and tears with affection check my mother. That's a lyric poem. But this poem, that's by Omajuwa, what's the title? A government driver on his account. You cannot sing it. He said, millions on wheels, in faithful service to his fatherland. Today, travels. Where does he his obedience to duty, rules, and regulations? Today, he's going free and for his country services. You cannot turn it to song. You understand? Not all poems are musical in nature, but what are musical? What them lyrical poems. So take that one.